I've got some ace hacks to share with you in this lecture on how you can maximize the tips you receive in Bitcoin from viewers. It'll really help boost that revenue stream, which is what I want for you. So the first is place it in an obvious place. Now that may seem obvious, but for many it's not, especially when we get carried away with design. Remember, people can't tip if they don't know they can, and they're not going to search the site for the button to tip. So do some homework, especially if you run a blog. Get a heat map of your site and see where people look the most on your site, then consider placing the tip button somewhere around there. Now you can place it in more than one place, just don't go over the top and make it very spammy. Next up, show people how they can actually tip. Now since this is a relatively new concept, your audience may be deterred because they don't know how it works. So what I say is include a link perhaps near the tip button showing them how it works and what it entails. It's best not to direct them to an external guide which shows how it works. You want to keep them on your site simply because they trust your content. So simply create another page on your website and link to it from that link, and just do a short guide, so some screenshots, some text, and show them how it works, and they'll really appreciate that. And it builds that trust level once again and makes them more likely to tip. And finally, we have mention it helps keep the site running and create new content. Now also mention that it's micro tips as well. By including this, it helps people to really think about what they're given to, so it tells people what they're given towards. Put it this way, if I approached you in the street and asked for some money, would you give it? I'd like to think your answer would be no. But if I gave a reason as to why I'm asking, you'd be more inclined to give it, especially if it's in your interest to do so, which will be the case for your audience. So do remember that and take this on board when looking to include the button on your website to get tips in Bitcoin.